So, what is going on YouTube? This is Sam from TeamSamuraiX1 here, and today guys, I'm coming at you with one of the most highly requested deck profile ever requested on this channel. And today guys, I'm coming at you with a Crawler deck profile for the November 6, 2017 ban list. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. And of course guys, as I progress to the deck profile, I'll be explaining to you guys some of my card choices and the reason why I play them. The reason why it took me quite some time to actually give you guys a solid list for this deck is because I've been playtesting this deck for quite some time, and I'm trying to give you guys the best list possible when I'm showcasing you guys deck profiles and things like that. And throughout testing, I believe that this version is by far the best version that works out for me. So if you guys can actually stick to the video and actually listen to all my card choices, that'll be absolutely amazing. Throughout the video, if I sound a little bit tired or my voice is getting raspy, please don't mind that guys. I would like to apologize to you guys for that. It is currently 2:56 a.m. in the morning. I just finished one of my 8-page paper assignments, another one. By the way guys, if you guys would love to help support the channel, make sure you guys get your Spiral playmat today. I do free shipping to Canada and USA. International shipping may cost extra. I'll leave a link to my Facebook page in the description box below. All you guys gotta do is message me there. The thing about Crawler is that Crawlers is just a really slow archetype itself because it utilizes the flip summon mechanic. So if you guys were to ask me, Sam, which deck is the best deck out of Circuit Break, I would recommend decks like Rocket or Metaphys over the Crawler archetype, because this archetype, in my personal opinion, is just actually a very slow deck. And I've added some cards to actually help speed up the deck, so that way that you can make easier link monsters and things like that in the deck. Start off with the monster real quick. You're gonna play, of course, triple Crawler YUGIOH. This card is one of the best Crawlers in the deck, in my personal opinion. All Crawler monsters has flip effect, and this effect basically reads that flip, you can special one Crawler monster from your hand or graveyard in face up attack position or face down defense position, except for Crawler YUGIOH. If you summon a monster face up using this effect, you're basically going to be making a link Crawler monster off the bat, and you can also summon a Crawler monster in defense position, so that way that you can actually utilize their effect using the trap cards and things like that. Access to more defensive plays and also more offensive plays as well, making your link monsters and things like that. By the way guys, all Crawler monster has the same secondary effect, which is that if this face-up card in its owner control leaves the field because of opponent's card effect, you can special summon 2 Crawler monsters with different names from your deck in face down defense position. So all of them have the exact same secondary effect. Triple Crawler Receptor, its flip effect is that you basically get to add a Crawler monster directly from your deck to your hand. So this card is a reinforce of the army of the deck. Next turn to play, of course, Triple Crawler Spine. Spine is the monster destruction of the deck. So basically, when it's flip summoned, you basically get to destroy a monster on the field, which is really amazing. So triple Spine, triple Receptor, and triple YUGIOH. Next turn to play the Foolish Barrel of the deck, Triple Crawler Dendrite. This card is actually amazing because not only can you dump Crawler monsters, that you can dump any monsters directly from your deck to your graveyard, which is really crucial. And I'll showcase you guys some of the cards you guys can actually dump to the grave utilizing its effect, so that way you have more access to your extra deck plays. And last but not least, for our Crawler monster, we'll play, of course, double Crawler Axon. So Axon basically destroys a spawn trap card upon flip summoning. So that's pretty much it for all the Crawler monsters that you're playing, and I believe this is the correct ratio to actually play in the deck. I don't play Ranvier because this card is actually, it's not that good. Throughout testing, I actually never really resolved this card because my trap cards are always going to be recycling my Crawler monsters directly to the deck. So I don't think that Ranvier is actually really important to play in the deck, in my personal opinion. But it's all up to personal preference on what you guys want to play in the deck. Just use my deck as a guide to what you guys want to play. And last but not least, for our Crawler engine, you'll play, of course, double Roar Legacy Roar Armor. For those of you who do not know its effect, so basically when a monster is flip summoned, you can special summon this card from your hand, and then if this card is normal summon or special summon, you basically get to add a Roar Legacy card directly from your deck to your hand. And the secondary effect is actually pretty useful as well, is that if this card is normal summon or set card is on the field, you can target an opponent face-up monster that was special summoned from the extra deck, bounce back both this card and that monster directly to the extra deck. So this card is a compulsory evacuation device within itself. Next off, for the other engine that I'm going to be playing in the deck, is I believe this engine actually makes his deck even better. I believe that Crawler as an archetype by itself isn't too great, but adding these to the deck makes his deck a little bit better and actually increase the ceiling of this deck. Double Subterror Fiendness, 1 Subterror Eumatrix, and last but not least, we want to play, of course, the Behemoth Ultra Maphis. And I actually been testing this deck for quite some time. I tried pure Crawlers and it didn't work too well, but adding these cards to the deck make this deck a little bit more powerful, in my personal opinion. I got this idea from actually one of my boys, and also from Duel Entertainment YouTube channel. So make sure you guys check out their Crawler deck profile if you guys want to go ahead and and do so. But this engine, you know, shout out to them for actually giving me the idea. This engine is just really powerful because you can actually utilize Sub-Tier Behemoth Fiendus directly from your extra deck, which is really good to special summon cards like Sub-Tier Behemoth Ultra Maphis or your Matrix directly from your hand. Ultra Maphis has the amazing ability Book a Moon all your opponent's monsters. Behemoth Fiendus is actually able to search these cards directly from the deck to your hand, and also be able to special summon these cards in face down defense position to the link pointer that this card points to. So these cards actually give a new ceiling and actually give this deck a little bit more boost and more offensive and also defensive plays in the deck. And Fiendus, you guys don't know what she does as well. She's a hand trap within herself. She's able to ditch herself to the graveyard while you control a Sub-Tier monster, you know, negate the effect and also flip the Sub-Tier monster face down. And these two cards have amazing abilities as well because you can actually special summon this card in face down defense position if your monster is flipped face down. Okay, so the way that you actually flip your monsters face down is using the trap card to flip your Crawler monsters face down, and the fact that you're able to search these cards directly from the deck to your hand using cards like Sub-Tier Behemoth Fiendus is just absolutely amazing, and you can tutor out this card fairly quickly in the deck. I don't recommend you guys play more Sub-Tier monsters, but these cards are just in here in the deck to actually help support the Crawler archetype. So last but not least, you're gonna play the one Globe Bulb and the one Maxi. Globe Bulb can actually be sent to the graveyard using Dendrite's effect, which is really good. So that way that you have access to the Tree Beast, and also Globe Bulb and you Matrix can actually help you make an Omega, which is really good as well. So that for the spell, guys, you're gonna play the triple field spell, Roll Legacy in Shadow. This card is really essential in the deck, in my personal opinion. You guys do not know his effect is that all Crawler monsters in the field gain 300 attack and defense, and they can eventually gain 800 attack total if you have Mrs. Radiant in the field. Once per turn, you can special one level 2 or lower insect monster from your hand in face up or face down defense position. So with this card, you're able to actually, you know, unclog your hand and have, you know, potentially 2 Crawler monsters on the board in face down defensive position, which is really nice. Secondary effect is actually really important because when your flip monster is destroyed by battle with an opponent monster, you can send that monster to the graveyard. So it doesn't destroy the monster, it sends the monster directly from the field to the graveyard. This card is one of the main cards that you always want to open up. Not only does it unclog your hand by specially making multiple Crawler monsters from your hand per turn, you can also use this card as a defensive trap card to send your opponent monsters to the graveyard. So your opponent has to be really you know, smart to actually play around this card, and your opponent has to think about ways on destroying your monsters or getting rid of this card first before they get rid of your insect monsters by battle, because if this card is still face up in the field and your opponent destroys your monster, that monster is getting sent to the graveyard regardless. So triple Roll Legacy in Shadow, card's amazing. And triple Terraforming, you want to see this card in your hand at all times. So triple Terraforming is just really great for that. And next off, guys, I think this card actually increases the ceiling of this deck by a ton. You want to play triple Scapegoat. Scapegoat is absolutely incredible. You special summon 4 gold token, which are Earth monsters. You can actually make Mrs. Radiant and also X-Crawler Synophysis, which is really amazing. So being able to just tutor out these cards off just one Scapegoat is just really nice. And you can also use this card as a defensive card as well. But most of the time with Scapegoat, you're going to be activating this card during your opponent's end phase anyway. So that way that on your turn, you're actually able to go up with your combo plays, which is absolutely amazing. So triple Scapegoat. Last but not least, with one Regeki and double Potted Desires. The spell lineup is just really good because whatever spell you draw, you're pretty much in a good position, because if you draw Desires, you basically get to draw 2 cards. And Desires, it actually doesn't even hurt the deck at all because you're playing so many multiple copies of Crawler monsters in the deck. This card doesn't hurt the deck at all. You'd rather dig through your deck for actually seeing the combo pieces that you need. The card is just really powerful, guys. It's not a neg9, it's a +1. Alongside the field spell, Scapegoat has to be like the second best, you know, spell card in the deck. And, you know, if you activate Desires, you're going to be wanting to draw the field spell or the Scapegoat as quickly as possible. So that's pretty much for the spells. Let's go off into our traps. Off to your traps, we're going to play, of course, triple Roll Legacy Pawns. You can actually search this card up directly from your deck to your hand off the Roll Legacy Road Armor, which is really nice. And also, you can target one face down monster you control and change it to face up attack position or defense position. That way that you can trigger off their effects and things like that to interrupt your opponent's plays. And you can shuffle one Crawler monster from your graveyard into the main deck, then target one face up monster you control and change it to face down defensive position. And this card alone helps you actually interrupt plays depending on the Crawler monster that you have on the field, which is really amazing. So Roll Legacy Pawns, definitely a must-have in the deck. Next off, for defensive traps, you're going to play double Solemn Strike. I love playing Solemn Strike to actually back up with the board that I'm able to create, which is good, saving a Solemn Warning. And last but not least, double story mirror force to actually round off our trap lineup. Trap lineup is always up to personal preference. You guys can play any mirror force if you guys would like. It's all up to personal preference on what you guys want to be playing. But I just definitely prefer to story mirror force better because you can actually bounce the lake monsters directly back to the extra deck, which is really good. So that's pretty much for the traps, guys. Remember, guys, this deck list is all up to personal preference on what you guys want to play in the deck. Just use my deck list as a guide to what you guys want to play. But I would definitely recommend playing you guys Subterror. Subterror is just really good because you're able to have access to behemoth themeness from the extra deck, and you know, having these card access are able to help you actually compete against today's meta. That is pretty much it for the main deck. Let's go off into the extra deck real quick. Start with the extra deck, guys. You're gonna play double X Crawler Qualiarch. Okay, this card basically is the main boss monsters for crawlers, and they gain effect depending on the amount of crawler monsters that you have in the field. So all monsters you control gains 300 attack and defense. That's if you have 2 or more. 4 or more your opponent cards and effect cannot be activated during the battle phase, which is really good. So that way your crawler monsters are actually free to attack. 6 or more crawler monsters, so you basically can attack directly. So you can potentially OTK your opponent with this. So basically, if this card destroys a battle by card effect, you basically get a special summon 2 crawler monsters from your graveyard in face down defensive position, which is really good. So all the crawler XYZ has that effect. So you're gonna play double X Crawler, the Rogos as well. And any crawler monster this card points to cannot be destroyed in battle, and it also gains 300 attack and defense. And it also, if they battle your opponent monsters, any battle damage they inflict to your opponent is doubled, so you can actually potentially OTK your opponent with this. Crawler Synaphysis right here requires 2 earth monsters, which you can actually get access to this card using Scapegoat. Crawler monster this card points to cannot be destroyed in battle and gain 300 attack and defense, and also the crawler monster can actually attack twice during the battle phase, which is really nice. So Synaphysis is just really good. Next off, the best card in the deck in my personal opinion, double Subterror Behemoth Fiendess. This card is absolutely incredible. For those of you who don't know, the fact is that it gains attack equal to the original levels of all Subterror monsters used for its link summon times 100. That's irrelevant. During your main phase, you can send 1 flip monster from your deck to the graveyard. So you double monster to the graveyard, which represents 1 monster from your hand in face down defense position to the zone this card points to. So ditching a card from your deck to the graveyard helps you feed the graveyard for World Legacy pawns, which is this card on the field, and also World Legacy, Shadow, and also your normal summon. You basically summon 3 monsters per turn, which is really, really amazing. So if the monster that this card is pointing to is flip face up, you basically get to add a flip monster directly from your deck to your hand. So you basically search any flip monster directly from your deck to your hand off this card's effect. Double Mrs. Radiant because you're playing Scapegoat. Bowelo Dragon is like one of the other biggest boss monsters you want to play in the deck. So this card is just really amazing. 1 Sky Cavalry Centuria, 1 number 65 Crumble Logos, and last but not least, 1 Aturi Beast and 1 Siphon Lord Omega, because you can actually have access to these cards. You know what I mean? 2 crawler monsters and Globe Ball make Nat Beast GG against decks that utilize spells. And of course, Omega is just a really solid level 8 monster you can actually use with Globe Bob and also you Matrix, which is really nice. So that's pretty much of the deck profile, guys. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. I understand you guys have been all waiting for this deck profile for quite some time, and hopefully you guys just enjoyed. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you guys smash that thumbs up button. That'll be absolutely amazing, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching, and this is Sam from Team Sam signing out. Alright guys, peace.
The family, what else? Friends of the family, yeah. Do it for the friends of the family. Who else? Friends of the family, yeah. Do it for the friends of the family. Friends of the family. Do it. You don't know them, you don't know me, damn.